Again, thank you so much for joining us here on Idaho Today. This week is National Suicide Prevention Week. Sadly, suicide is one of the leading causes of death for men in the U.S. and particularly in Idaho. Boise State University wants to change that and is getting the word out about the importance of men's mental health. I'm here with Matt Genuki and Jeff Matushita. Did I say that right? Yeah. Matushita, yay, from Boise State University. I just want to say thank you so much to both of you for joining us. Now, this topic, incredibly important nationwide, but in particular here in our state. Why did you find it important to have this event at Boise State?
Yeah, we're really excited to shine a light on men's health in general, but just as you mentioned, we wanted to do this during National Suicide Prevention Month. Your viewers may or may not be aware, but out of all the suicides in the United States, 4 out of 5 of those are men. Mm-hmm. In Idaho, 80% of all suicides are men. And so we really wanted to make sure that we could shine a light on this issue here. And so, yeah, we've scheduled a couple of events at Boise State. And the event we have today is a panel just to really talk generally about men's mental health and really bring some awareness to that. But really, we care generally about just boys and men too, and not just about men's mental health, but boys and men, and just really wanted to bring up that conversation.
Yeah, thank you for the topic. We do care about men. We care about all of our communities. There's a gentleman named Richard Reeves, and he runs the American Institute for Boys and Men, and his comment was, it would be really difficult to have a country of thriving women when we have floundering men. And so we do know there's disconnect from men, and particularly asking for help. We coach our boys to be very willing to give help. But we kind of fail on that other end of how to ask for it. And so we're missing one another when we're offering things, but unsure of how to ask for it and what to do. So this conversation today is part of a national conversation just about ways that it's really a strength-based conversation, that it takes a lot of courage. And we want men to know that if they can see it, they can be it and be well, to be present husbands, fathers, and community members alike.
This is fantastic. Okay, so this is an event that's taking place as we speak, right? So you're kicking it off this week. How long is it going for?
So we have 2 events. We have 1 event today, and so we're really excited because we have like a highlight of our event where we have Boise State graduate, Boise State Bronco, Super Bowl champion Darren College who'll be part of our event today. And I think that's an important part of what Jeff mentioned, like if you can see it, you can be it, to really have a guy, like a football player, an Army veteran who can come and be a part of this conversation today. And so we're inviting folks, to hear from him and then other panelists today. And then we have an event next week where we're inviting people to come to Payette Brewing Company with the Speedy Foundation and be a part of that conversation. We don't want it to just be at the university and say like, hey people, hey guys, come to our space and be a part of this, but we want to go out to your space, and part of that is doing it at a local brewery too.
Yeah, this is called Kegs for Cause, right? And it's on the 16th at Payette Brewing. I love the fact, like you said, that you're going to the gentlemen in their space, hoping to open these conversations. And before we move on and tell people where to find information so they can attend today at Boise State, and like you mentioned on the 16th, at Payette Brewing, this is a nationwide issue that's being addressed, right? Why is it? Because I can relate as a mom, right? I know from a woman's standpoint the challenges that we face, but what is it from a masculine standpoint, from men? Why is it difficult to be open and address the issue of mental health? What do you think that stigma is?
I think the stigma is different for everybody, but I grew up in rural Montana.
Yeah.
And I think that's the 21 years I've been able to do this work around the country. Men are kind of locked into a quote-unquote man box, right? A Call to Men is a national organization that does this work with the NFL and the military to talk about ways to break out of that man box.
Yeah.
Particularly at its core, though, is the idea of not asking for help and thinking we need to do it by ourselves. One of the running jokes we talk about is, I used to get lost a lot, but now with Google, I can just look up Google Maps, fake it, and get to where I need to be. And I think there was a really old, rigid notion of like indestructibility, independence, and that is counter to what we know that men need, which is community and help.
Yes. Yeah, what everybody needs, right?
We do. We don't have to look very
Yeah.
far.
Yes.
The women in our lives and other folks in our lives are built for community. They do it. They conversate. They talk. We know there's a national trend of men who are getting older, my dad's generation, who are lonely, who are anxiety and depression. So I don't want to be my dad. And so I really have this opportunity with Matt and other men that we care about to build our own community, to take care of one another, because I know my partner and other women are probably a little tired of having to hold us at times. And so we are capable of, and we're looking towards the idea about we can hold and love one another together.
Love that. Okay, where can our viewers go to learn more and they can participate today and make plans for the 16th?
Yeah, Boise State events. We have our event today that's at the Stuckel Sky Center. Great location, free, anybody can attend. And then also on the Speedy Foundation events, we have all the information for Kegs for Cause, and would love for people to join us there.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. Everyone stick around, more to come here on Idaho Today right after the break.